are in Tainan. This is my first time here. This is in the south of Taiwan and it used to be the former capital. And it was really nice to get down south and enjoy a little bit of a warmer weather, although it still was pretty cold for the season. First stop is eel noodles. I'm a big fan of eel or unagi in Japan, and I just had to check this out. There are a few restaurants in Tainan, and this is one of the few that are open for lunch, so we headed here. Place your order first, and then they bring the food to your table. You can see the wok is going really strong in the background. And here it is, okay? So fried noodles with eel. I believe on the English menu, when I translated it actually said pasta. So eel with pasta, but it's basically fried noodles. And you can tell the eel is a little bit different than what we get in Japan. A little bit shorter, a little bit maybe chewier, but all good the same. And what really struck me was the noodles, okay? These are kind of like ifu noodles in Cantonese food, but there's amazing wok hei flavor, okay? So the chef really did a really good job stir-frying it. Took a bit of walk and we found this brewery called Sparrow Brewing. Really nice location around the corner. Really nice student from Venezuela who was working here, who was helping us with the menu. They have quite an eclectic kind of menu, and I'm not a big fan of like sours or fruity beers, so I went with what they called the VB IPA, which stands for Very Best IPA. So classic IPAs, you can tell, really nice color, nice body, nice sort of bitterness at the end. So yeah, really cool place. You can see you can sit by outside and sort of people watch as you enjoy your beer. It's me with my buddy Ming, and yeah, great break. And just down the street, he had to take me to this place that serves sticky rice with pork. He was actually born in Tainan, so he actually knows the places. And it was pretty packed. You can tell it's tables outside, tables inside. Just have to grab a table first and then write down your order, and then they'll come and take it. One thing I like about Taiwan is you have these places that are sort of like half indoor, half outdoor. You know, obviously it's generally a warm climate, so it's really nice to sort of enjoy the fresh air. This is the menu. My experience was really hard to use Google Translate. They often got a lot of things wrong. So we went with these, we did 3 orders, okay, and besides the rice, we had these braised tofu and fish balls, very nice, and we had a soup. All right, and yeah, so the rice bowl, it's sort of like a noodle fan, but with sticky rice. And I found it had a really intense flavor. I really enjoyed it. The fattiness of the pork goes really well with the sticky rice. And then besides that, they give you a bit of a pork floss on the side. Again, that adds a different kind of texture, a bit of saltiness. And then to sort of freshen things up, they give you a few slices of cucumber. And that really cleans your palate. So yeah, I was pleasantly surprised. I didn't really know what to expect. My friend explained it as like sort of rice cake, but it really was closer to like a noodle fan. Really, really good. And then, of course, the tofu was really, really good as well. But the soup was actually something that surprised me. I didn't know what to expect, but it's basically a stomach soup. So if you don't like intestines, maybe this is not your thing. But I really enjoyed it. Very simple, very soft, perfect for the chilly weather. And in the evening, we met up with some other local friends, Henry, and he took us to his favorite local place. And this was a standout. This was a really, really amazing place. Really off the beaten path. You can tell we had to go through a few restaurants to get here. It's basically a large outdoor restaurant with a few vinyl walls set up. Super, super local, really cool vibes. And there's no menu, okay? So what you do is just order from the ingredients, okay? So I'm not sure how you pronounce this. Basically, the kanji means day and moon. And so basically you just look at what's available, the ingredients, and tell them how they recommend they make it, or if you have any recommendations, and then the auntie will just cook it up in the back. So you can see how this place has sort of organically grown. It probably started as a food stall, and then it just grew sort of organically. There's a washroom attached. There's a few machines on the side, not sure what they are. But yeah, I mean, the only downside is you can tell by our weather, it was a bit chilly. And again, very uncharacteristic for Tainan. So too bad it wasn't warmer, but we had an amazing meal. So we started with pork kidneys, very simply stir-fried with ginger and soy sauce, maybe some sugar. The ginger and the kidney worked really well together. Kidney was not overcooked, which is easy to do with innards. So excellent. Next was squid, and this was stir-fried, I believe, with some salted fish. All right, so it makes for a great dish with beer. And then we had some local shrimp that were stir-fried with dough fritters. Okay, so deep-fried dough fritters. This is a nice combination. Never had this before. Local shrimp is very soft. I believe it's freshwater. Not too big, but very, very soft. But this was the star of the show, this chicken hot pot. Very, very fresh chicken, cooked on all sorts of vegetables and herbs. Amazing for this cold night in Tainan. Super, super fresh. Oyster omelet, a little bit different than Taipei. Much more egg that's used, apparently. Less starch, but very, very juicy. I enjoyed it. Spare ribs, not something that I expected, but almost like Chinese-like, Cantonese-like spare ribs. Amazing meal. I definitely recommend you go there, but you probably need to speak Chinese. Afterwards, Henry took us to his shop and bar that he runs with some friends called Loftice. Really, really cool building, 3 stories, kind of in a residential neighborhood. Super sort of speakeasy-like. Okay, and walk in, they sort of have like a camp chair vibe going on here. So we started with some tea cocktails, okay, using local tea. This is what he recommended. The bartender is super famous. He runs a bar called Bar Home, I believe. And so yeah, it's kind of funny, almost sitting on the ground in these camp chairs and enjoying this amazing cocktails. Okay, and these are some other friends that joined us and friends of friends, and we had this little camp sort of drink. And my second drink was a Negroni. Fantastic, really nice body, not too strong, very well balanced, give a nice kick. So really, really cool bar. And we did some shots. I'm not sure what these were. I think these were whiskey shots. But yeah, so yeah, it's hard to find places to drink in Taiwan, but there are places where people do enjoy drinking. So just gotta find them out. Okay, and then not to be outdone, our friends took us to this unknown karaoke bar down in Tainan somewhere. I really don't remember where we went. It was super fun, lots of drunk people. The staff were super nice. And yeah, these people know how to drink, man. So we just continued with the beer. I put in some English songs. I put in Careless Whisper, I remember. Everyone knew that. That was very popular. And then they gave us these boiled dumplings, I think for free. I'm not sure if they're free or not. We actually didn't pay. But excellent way to end the night with these homemade, they definitely look homemade, dumplings. Okay, so yeah, so it's very communal. Everyone sort of supports each other. This guy came up to us talking about something. I'm not sure what he was saying, but yeah, just super local vibes. And then one of the couples that joined us for karaoke, they actually run this restaurant called Happiness Pasta, and they invited us to lunch the next day. So we got on a scooter, checked this out, very local neighborhood, and they had a bottle of wine waiting for us, and they just kept pumping out the food. So we had these shrimp balls, milkfish, which I really want to try. We when I was in Tainan. Fried chicken, okay, almost like karaage, like super generous people. They just kept putting out the food. So rape blossoms, we have this in Japan as well. And then very special pork hot pot soup that's combined with snails, actually, okay, so very interesting. Very simple omelet, some veggies inside, and stir-fried veggies again. And lots of drinks, lots of wine. Yeah, so the chef came out and started drinking with us. And then, so then they gave us this bottle of like local Taiwanese liquor. Okay, this was very interesting. And then we had this amazing poached chicken, and I believe she bought this, so I don't think she made this, but that was amazing. And then we had some bardok tempura, so gobo in Japanese. This is a very common sight. So super thanks to all my local friends in Tainan. I had a blast. Okay, see you next time.